Okay, that is the first part of the descriptive components of ourselves. Okay, on how we develop our self-concepts, and we learned that if we have problems on the developing of our self-concepts, we will have issues of shyness. Okay, I might be having that issue as well. Maybe some of you as well. So we know that it's because of the objective awareness of ourselves. Okay, objective self-awareness, whereby we have this fear or anxiety that people are evaluating us. The second part of a descriptive component of ourselves that we need to understand is self-schemata. Okay, I think by now you have come across a couple of times okay, self-schema, okay, or schemata, especially if you learn about cognitive psychology, if you learn about social psychology, and obviously you learn in introduction to psychology. So in this part we're going to look at how first what is self-schema or self-schemata, and then how the development that of self-concept which involve other types of self-concept, which is possible self, old self, and undesired self. So self-concepts, like we learned just now, provides a person with a sense of continuity and a framework for understanding the past and the present of ourselves, as well as provide guidance or guiding framework for our future behavior. Okay, so the self-concept is very important. Why? It gives us the sense of belief and understanding of our previous self when we are growing up. I am a very active person, I am a very shy person, I am a very innovative person, I am a leader, for example, all of our past. And what is our current self? Okay, our current self, and what are we going to be in the future? The self-concept give the meanings of our previous, our present, and our future self. Self-concept is a network of information, in our memory, which organizes and provides coherence to how we experience the self. Okay, so how do we see ourselves? Someone who are very active, someone who are very helpful, someone who are very passive. So all of these are involving all of the experiences, all of the informations that exist in our memory, all that the learning process, formally and informally, that happens to us throughout our growing up, okay, throughout the years. Self-concept also guides how people process information about themselves. Okay, remember, if you have these shyness issues, when you go to public, and you will feel anxious and you start to think that people are looking at you, people are judging you, people are judging about your physical aspect, people are judging about your fashions, okay, people are judging about your character. So all of those informations, you think like that because you believe or you have this shyness, which is part of your self-concepts. If you are someone who are very confident, carefree persons, happy-go-lucky persons, when you go to publics, you don't really care about what people think about you. Okay, you just want to do what you are aims to do when you go there. Okay, you want to go and eat, you want to go and talk to others, you want to go and think. So it's have a different perception because we have different interpretation of ourselves, our self-concepts. And all of these involve information in our memory. In other words, it involve our self-schema. Okay, self-schema. So what is self-schema? Okay, I think a couple of times I mentioned about schema is about mental templates. Okay, what we think about ourselves, what we think about others. But that is schema. Now we are talking about self-schema. What are the mental templates about our own self? Okay, about our own self. So self-schema is a specific knowledge structure. Specific knowledge structure or cognitive representations. Okay, that's why I said that it's a mental templates of the self-concepts, of what we understand about ourselves. Okay, specific knowledge structure or cognitive representations or mental templates of our own self-concepts. Okay, so self-schemata are cognitive structures that are built on past experiences. Okay, so why we have those kind of self-concepts? Because all of the information that we have learned throughout our growing years, okay, throughout our childhood, throughout our teenagehood, now you are adult, okay, young adult. So all of those childhood and teenage experiences compile and build your self concepts, and these guide the processing of information about our own self concept, and in particular guide our identity, our action, our behavior, our perceptions in social setting, especially in social interaction. Okay, social interactors. So our self-concepts is made of self-schemata, okay, mental templates, cognitive representations. So these involve our past self, our present selves, and our future self. Okay, our future self. So how come we know about our futures? Because we know about our self-concepts. So if you are currently shy, okay, you have problems going out, for example, you have problems mingle around with people, you can even predict if, for example, next semester I ask you to go and have makan, you might as well refuse the invitation. Because of what? Because of your self-schema of the past and present of your own action. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, I want to be here anymore. Okay, so the past, present, and future. When we talk about future, we are talking about our possible self. Okay, our possible self. It may not turn to be like that. Okay, it might turn out that you're no longer shy. Okay, after you go through and learn about psychology, now you become very confident and you know how to remedy, okay, how to intervene, not to be a shy person anymore. So you are projecting about your possible self. When we talk about our future, our possible self, there could be three types of self, which are ideal selves, old self, and undesired self. Highly related but totally different. Obviously, sometimes you are growing up right now and then you feel that you are too shy and you want to be open-minded, you want to be happy-go-lucky, you want to be active, okay, you want to be proactive and etc. But your current self is not like that. It's something that you want to be like that. Okay, that is your ideal self. Okay, your ideal self. You want to be someone who are confident in doing public speaking, someone who are confident in giving ideas, okay, in making decisions, in solving problems. You want to be someone who are creative, proactive, critical, for example. But currently you are not like that. So that kind of thinking about self-concepts is your ideal self. You not yet achieved that. You not yet achieved that. On the other hand, we have old self. What is old self? Old self that people think what we should be. Okay? With your current talents, with your current knowledge, awareness, attitudes, you should be like this. Okay? You should be a leader. Sometimes you look around, okay? Sometimes you think that your friends are very charismatic, okay, your friends are very responsible, have wisdom, okay, thinking about others, care about others, but your friends himself or herself don't think like that. Okay, he thinks that he's just a normal person, okay, he don't want to take responsibilities, but people around him or her believe that he is a leader, she is a leader. So that is old self. Okay, something that we supposed to be because of our character, because of our ability, because of our skills and personality and everything. Okay, that is old self. And these two, our ideal self and our old self, is the one who guide us. Okay, the one who guide us on what we're supposed to do next, on what we're supposed to do about our future, and what we're supposed to do now, so that we can become our ideal self, and so that we can become the old self that people foresee ourselves. Sometimes we've given our character, maybe some of you are very rebellious, who are very impulsive, okay, cannot control their anger, cannot control their emotion, always lash out, talking back to others and everything. And then people say that if you could keep on doing like this, you will end up become someone who everyone will not like you. Nobody will be friends with you. No company will take you working. That's also involve old self. If you don't want to end up become like that, you need to change yourself to become your ideal self. Okay, so that's why these two types of future self-concepts, possible self-concepts, will provide guidance on what we should and what we shouldn't do. And obviously, when we talk about the negative self-concept, okay, we talk about our self-understanding. I am lazy, I am shy, I am passive, I am weak, and all of those are basically, even the shy person realize that it's not good for themselves. Okay, it's not good for their future. They need to be someone who are proactive, who are active, who are critical, who are firm in decision making, who are fair in their doings. For example, okay, if they don't want to be like that, okay, they don't want to be a shy person forever, they don't want to be passive person forever, they want to change themselves, then all of those characteristics about themselves are the undesired self.